procedures for minors. And you said that you would support a ban if the minor didn't have parental permission.
You're rolling your eyes like I shouldn't have. This is an obvious question.
Do you trust a 14-year-old driving a car?
Howdy, y'all. I'm Brylan. They finally did it, boys and girls. See what I did there? Trump's HHS just officially answered the question, what is a woman? And yes, the left is flipping out. One of the first things that RFK Jr. did when he was officially made the head of the HHS is to define gender. Now, this is a far cry from what we've had the last 4 years. And just seeing the depravity of our society, like continuing to get more and more depraved and unhinged and just nuts. So due to Trump's executive order 14168, which says to defend women from gender ideology extremism and restoring biological truth to the federal government. Real quick, would you consider hitting that thumbs up button? You know when you like this video, you're not agreeing with the insanity, but you're helping push it out to more people to help spread the truth. Now, because of that executive action, a common sense executive action, RFK said this administration is bringing back common sense and restoring biological truth to the federal government. The prior administration's policy of trying to engineer gender ideology into every aspect of public life is over. Isn't that a beautiful thing to hear? I mean, especially coming from somebody like RFK Jr., and I'm going to show you how it wasn't too long ago that he wouldn't have said something like this. But we can hope and pray that his mind and his heart is genuinely changing and has changed on this from where he used to be. So again, this is on the official Health and Human Services website, the Gov website, and you can see they laid out definitions for what exactly is male and female. Again, you would never see this under the control of the left. They hate truth like this. So they have the definitions of HHS guidance include sex, a person's immutable biological classification is either male or female. Female is a person of the sex characterized by a reproductive system with the biological function of producing eggs. Male, a person of the sex characterized by a reproductive system with the biological function of producing sperm. Woman, an adult human female. Girl, a minor human female. Man, an adult human male. Boy, a minor human male. Mother, a female parent. Father, a male parent. So, the left has been trying to get rid of words like mother and father and just boy and girl and all that kind of stuff. They've been trying to get rid of these words because they believe that they are harmful. They are offensive. Think about this. We are in a point in our society, within human history, where we actually have to make classifications like this and then rejoice that we're doing it. That is just insane. That should blow your mind that we got this depraved. But that's the human condition for you under sin. Now they also go on womenshealth.gov. They have this sex-based definitions. And again, they made these definitions because of Trump's executive order 14168. But they define sex like this. Again, we're here. This is where we are in our society, again, due to the insane radical left agenda and liberal ideology that has allowed this stuff to fester and start to indoctrinate young minds. This is all an indoctrination, and finally we're setting the record straight again. Listen to this. There are only two sexes, female and male. The department has long recognized that the biological differences between females and males require sex-specific practice in medicine and research to ensure optimal health outcomes and rigorous research. So again, that's something that you cannot get around. You cannot fight. You cannot argue. It doesn't matter what type of ideology the radical left tries to shove down your throat and force you to accept, they still must be beholden to the truth. Of course, the Democrats continue to panic and scream and whine and cry over what RFK has done when it comes to the specifying gender, but also when it comes to just health in general. Because the left, they don't want you to be healthy. They don't want you to be independent. They don't want you to be free. Because the healthier you are, the less dependent you are, the freer you are, the harder you are to control. Also, the harder it is to pull the wool over your eyes. Now, while this is all good, we must remember that it wasn't too long ago, just last year, where RFK Jr. was on Patrick Bet-David's podcast, and he said this. Hey, if you get value from my content, would you consider supporting my channel? You can check out my Patreon page. It'll be the top link in the description of this video. There's 3 tiers here, but if you join the fellowship, then you get access to my Discord server where we can hang out online and get to know each other on a more personal level. And you'll also join my creative team to help shape the future of this channel. Thank you for your support, and I look forward to getting to know you more personally.
What will you do as a president to get this nonsense out to prevent kids under the age of 18, with or without the consent of the father, to transition? You may even say that is an okay policy you're a part of that many families disagree with. One, what's your position on this, and what will you do as a president?
I mean, my position is that people should not be able to have access to those procedures, that minors shouldn't, without parental permission. And, I don't know enough about it, Patrick, to say that it should be completely illegal.
Under 18?
No. Yeah, I just don't know enough. What I'm going to tell you, because I don't know.
Well, Robert, I mean, you're.
I don't. You know what? I don't know enough. There may be some rare cases where it saves somebody's life. I don't know that. And I'm not going to tell you that I have an answer to a question.
There's a difference, but Robert, there's a big difference. Let me just tell
you that you're rolling your eyes like I shouldn't have. This is an obvious question.
Do you trust a 14-year-old driving a car? Without a driver's license?
Well,
do you trust a 13-year-old voting? What if a parent consents for the 13-year-old to vote? Should we be okay with that? Because a parent said it's okay. Should we trust the parent that
13-year-old to vote?
I get that, but why should it be legal for somebody at 13 with parent consent to transition?
Yeah, Patrick Bet-David just threw truth in logical, common sense truth. And you can tell that RFK was trying to play the middle. He was trying to appease both sides. That's not how it works. Never going to work. This is, again, this was a part of where RFK was at. And then Megyn Kelly actually pressed him on this question. And this was the answer that he gave her after what you just saw on Patrick Bet-David.
Last time we spoke, I asked you about your stance on legislation banning puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones, and these gender reassignment procedures for minors. And you said that you would support a ban if the minor didn't have parental permission, but you weren't sure about an outright ban, even where there's parental permission.
My stance now is that I'm against them altogether for people under 18.
So we did see RFK Jr. change his mind, switch lanes, if you will. Now, there's there's several things that I would disagree with RFK Jr. on, absolutely. But there are a lot of things that I totally agree with RFK Jr. on when it comes to health and when it comes to chemicals and things that they're putting in food, the jab. Now, the latest remarks that RFK has made on this particular subject was during his confirmation hearings. This is what he had to say.
We don't let children drink. We don't let them drive an automobile because they have bad judgment. They are flooded with hormones. Their brains are still in formation. Their sexuality is still in formation. To allow them to make judgments about that are going to have life-changing, forever implications for the rest of their life at that age is unconscionable, particularly in light of the Cass report.
I'm glad to hear you say that.
Once again, let's pray that this is a genuine shift for RFK. And it's not just a ploy. Again, it's so easy. It's so easy to get in these kinds of positions and just say what needs to be said in order to appease those who are going to be your boss. But, there absolutely can be a genuine heart and mind change. And let's pray that's what's occurring here with RFK. But this is the type of mindset. And with the executive order from Trump, again, I mean, this is bringing common sense back to our government, as opposed to really what we've had. I mean, just listen to what we had under the Biden regime for one of the health advisors, the directors of health.
Hello, I'm Admiral Rachel Levine. This Black History Month, I'm pleased to partner with OMH in advancing better health through better understanding for Black communities. Climate change is having a disproportionate effect on the physical and mental health of Black communities.
I mean, who would know better about helping Black communities get healthier than a chubby white trans liberal? You can't make this stuff up. Like, this isn't an SNL skit. This isn't a skit. This is not comedy. Although it's laughable, this isn't fake. This is real. This is really happening, or it did happen under the Biden regime. And so this is what we faced. This is who they thought should be the face of health. Listen to what Levine had to say about kids.
But I have no regrets, because if I transitioned when I was young, and I wouldn't have my children. I can't imagine a life without my children. And so every experience led me to here. And so how could I regret that?
So Levine says, I couldn't imagine a life without my children, but wants to make it so your children can't have children. Makes sense. In fact, in Genesis chapter 1, the very first book, in the very first chapter, on the very first page, God said this. Verse 27, so God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him. Male and female, he created them. But hey, let me know your thoughts about all this in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. And if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, join this community. I would love to hear from you on a regular basis. And please, consider hitting that thumbs up button. You know, when you like this video, to get pushed out to more people, and it would really help spread the truth. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.